What year were you born?
1937.
Did your parents tell you anything about the day you were born?
No.
Where were you born?
Austin, Minnesota.
Why were you given your first name and middle names that you have?
I don't know why my first name, but my middle name was my dad's name.
What's your first most vivid memory?
I had chicken pox, and I had a new red wagon, and I wasn't very old, probably 4 or 5, and my brother and sister were playing with it outdoors, and I was in the house because I was quarantined.
How did your family earn money?
My dad worked for George A. Hormel Company in Austin.
What kinds of things did your family spend money on? Food.
Food, mostly, yeah.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I had 4 sisters and 2 brothers.
Did you have any pets?
I had a dog.
What's his name?
Skippy.
Skippy? What were you like as a child? Did you have certain food you like to eat?
Not really.
Or toys or games?
We used to play Cowboys and Indians a lot, or war.
Did you get an allowance?
No.
Who were your role models when you were a child?
My Uncle Don was.
Why?
Because I always looked up to him.
What was the best gift you remember receiving?
We had got a train for Christmas.
That's cool. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be an auto mechanic.
What big world events do you remember from the time you were growing up?
The end of World War II. The Korean War.
Oh, that was kind of scary.
Yeah.
What's different about growing up today from when you were growing up? There's a lot.
A lot less worries about kids running around, being out playing and stuff. You never had to worry about whether or not they came in. They'd go out when it got light and come back when it got dark.
When did you learn how to drive?
I drove motorcycles before I ever learned how to drive.
I
learned how to drive when I started driving a car when I was 18.
What was your first car like?
I had a 1944 2-door sedan.
Okay. Adulthood. Did you serve in the military?
Yes, I did.
What did you do and what kind of experience was it?
I was in the Air Force, and I was E456 fire control systems, which is interceptor radar on jet fighters. And I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
What was your first job?
I was a bellhop in a hotel in Austin.
What job did you do the most in your life?
Worked at IPS, Mid-American Energy now, for 38 years. I was a substation electrician and a electronic technician.
How did you meet your spouse?
Met her roller skating.
What did you like about her?
I don't know. I just liked her from the start.
How and when did you get engaged?
I was overseas and sent her a thing from BX and asked her which ring she liked, and she sent it back to me, and that's what I bought.
When did you get married?
October.
We won't tell her.
October 27th,
Yeah, I think that is
1959.
it, yeah. How old were you?
I was 22 years old.
What makes your spouse special or unique?
She's the most giving person there is.
How many kids do you have? 4. What is something funny or embarrassing one of your children said at an early age that you'll never forget?
Oh, I don't even know. I have no idea. Grandma could probably tell you something that I couldn't.
What do you remember about me when I was born?
That you were really little.
Okay. Identity. Have you ever had any nicknames as a child or as an adult?
Just the first 4 letters of my last name. That's everybody always called each other by the
Hans.
Hans.
Hans?
Yeah.
What have been the 3 biggest news events during your lifetime?
End of World War II, the end of the Korean War, the end of Vietnam.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
That I was a good worker. Good woodworker.
What things bring you the most pleasure now compared to when you were younger?
Well, first off, my grandkids and the great-grandkids. And what I've done for them.
That's gotten you. What's the one thing you've always wanted but still don't have?
I don't think anything. I'm just happy with what I got.
Okay, the present. Do you have any hobbies or special interests?
Yeah, my woodworking.
What's your typical day like now?
Get up in the morning, go out and walk at the mall. A couple days a week I go down and shoot, and come home usually and go down the basement and work. Go shopping if Grandma wants to go shopping.
What do you do for fun?
Go shoot. And work in the basement.
Yeah.
And get to see you and Haley and the 2 boys.
Age. What do you remember about your 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s?
Oh boy. The changes in music.
Oh yeah.
Is one big thing. And it changed every one of those decades. It changed. The music changed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What birthday were you least excited about?
Actually, I never worried about it. To me, birthday is only a number. It's nothing else.
Yeah. If you could go back to any age, what age would it be?
I don't know. I suppose in my 20s. But I don't know why. Maybe because the time was simpler.
Probably way easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, life lessons and legacies. What's your most cherished family-like tradition?
All getting together on the holidays.
What have you liked best about your life so far? Like, what's your happiest and proudest moment? There's probably a lot of those.
Oh, yeah. The kids being born, their kids being born, and now the 2 little great grandsons being born.
What have been the most influential experiences in your life? Probably the war.
being in the service. I spent a year and a half in North Africa.
What do you know now that you wish you'd known when you were young?
To be a little bit smarter, to try a little harder probably, and probably wishing that I would have finished college.
So did you like graduate high school and then
went into service
during?
About 9 months later, I went to service.
If you did go to college, would you go for like mechanics or
engineering? I imagine, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Over time, how have you changed the way you look at life or people?
Sometimes I think I'm a little more cynical because after seeing the way things were and how things have changed, I don't think all things that have changed in the last years have been for the good.
Yeah.
So,
what advice did your grandparents or parents give you that you remember the best?
I don't remember giving
They kind of
did. It's hard because I got out of school and not long after I went into service, and and I was gone 4 years.
Gone.
So by the time I came back, I got married and was gone. So it's my own family.
Yeah. What do you feel have been the most important successes in your life?
Raising a good family.
The frustrations. Probably how things have changed.
Yeah. Yes. Not too many frustrations, I don't think. Because everything, even though we worked hard for everything and that, we've still always done good.
Yeah. So. What do you define as a good life or a successful life?
A good family. A decent job that pays enough to make a good living for your family, and doing things with your family.
Do you think a person needs to first overcome serious setbacks or challenges to be truly successful?
I think it helps.
What do you see as your place or purpose in life?
I don't really know if I see myself as having a purpose or a real place in life.
Yeah.
Except being your
grandpa. What would you like your children and grandchildren to remember about you?
That I loved them.
If you could write a message to each of your children and grandchildren and put it in a time capsule for them to read 20 years from now, what would you write to each?
Just to be good to each other, be good to your family.
And stay connected.
That's
probably.
right. Yes. Don't ever lose that.
Oh, that's it.